Welcome back, everybody. Fantasy Joe back with my Week 6 running back rankings. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I post weekly rankings as well as waiver wire, buy low, sell highs, everything you need to get that edge to bring home that fantasy football championship this year. It's all here, right here on the channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Every single comment that somebody puts in the comment section down below, whether it's a start sit question, trade advice, any fantasy question you have, comment on the video, whatever it may be. If you put in the comment section, I respond to every single one of them. So fantasy hotline right there for you just for hitting subscribe. Gives you that fantasy expert helping you guys out on all those daily decisions you have to make as fantasy owners, those impactful trades, those impactful start sit questions, things like that I can help you guys out with. So hit that subscribe button and stick around. But let's dive into these Week 6 running back rankings. Number 1, I've got Jonathan Taylor as he plays Arizona. I think the game script will be very good for him in that one, and he's been a stud so far this year. Christian McCaffrey, his utilization, especially in the passing game, has been phenomenal. I expect him to continue to produce stellar weeks every single week. Even though the rushing touchdowns haven't been there yet, they will come in time. And with that receiving game utilization, he's going to be fantastic every week. 3, Bijan Robinson. Not the best matchup against Buffalo, but I'm not scared of it. Just worry about game script related, but with somebody like Bijan, no matter what the score of the game is, he's involved in that offensive game plan. 4, Josh Jacobs. This should be a good one for him against this weak Cincinnati Bengals defense. 5, Kyron Williams. They play Baltimore this week. He should be phenomenal. We've seen them defense get dominated every week so far. 6, Jahmyr Gibbs plays Kansas City. He gets it done each and every week. Just usually it's in a different way, or maybe it's 8, 10-plus plays, 10-yard-plus plays. Maybe it's one 80-yard play, but he finds a way. Devon Achane, another guy who's extremely involved in the passing game. 8, Saquon Barkley. I know it's been rough so far, but I expect the better days for Saquon. He had a good game last week, got there with a 47-yard receiving touchdown. Not a ton of rushing utilization, but that will change. 9, James Cook against Atlanta, another guy who's coming off a rough game, but no reason to lower your expectations on a running back like James Cook, and I'm not scared off by the Atlanta matchup at all. 10, Ashton, Jeanty, Tennessee. This is a good matchup for Jeanty. Expect good things from this one. 11, Javonte Williams. He plays Carolina. I think he will have a really good game again in this one. 12, Rachaad White against San Francisco. We basically saw him get all of the work last week. I expect that to continue. Maybe some of that first and second down work goes to Sean Tucker, but the valuable touches will all be Rachaad White. I think they'll just spell him, basically. 13, Rico Dowdle. Right now I'm thinking Chuba is going to miss because he was declared out on Friday. He was already, up in the air to potentially miss more weeks. Dowdle performed extremely well, and they played Dallas, revenge game for him. He's an absolute smash play coming off a smash game. J.K. Dobbins against the Jets. Normally I think J.K. would be higher on this list. It's just like the Rachaad Whites, the Rico Dowdle. Some of those guys bumped him down. But I'm not worried about this matchup at all. 15, Quinshon Judkins plays Pittsburgh. The volume he's getting, the style which he's running, the way that offense is utilizing him right now, I think it's really good, and it will continue to be really good for fantasy football. 16, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, a.k.a. Bill. Finally had that breakout game. I expect him to get a lot of work moving forward and basically be the guy there, choke up, let's say, 70% of that running back utilization moving forward. 17, Derrick Henry against the Rams. If he doesn't get in the end zone in this game, I think it could be rough with game script, and the Rams have a really tough defense. They're going to have a backup quarterback. He could get there on volume, but it's tough to run the ball if you're down 20. Breece Hall, he plays Denver. Breece has looked pretty solid, especially I think Braylon Allen leaving opens up the goal line for him, and he's getting a lot of passes as well, so good play there. Kenneth Walker against Jacksonville. I think that he is just going to get a little bit more and more of the work as the season goes on, just because of how efficient he is, especially compared to Zach Charbonnet. I think they're both going to be used in this system. Just think Kenneth Walker is a superior player, and although I don't have a ton of hopes for him taking over this backfield maybe in the next 3 weeks, I think he's definitely an RB2. I think there's a path forward for him carving out a bigger role just because the team needs him to perform. Obviously, they're trying to keep him on the field too, trying to balance both those things. Seattle's a good football team. Their offenses look good, but I think they're going to need more from Kenneth Walker probably in the second half to get where they're trying to go. 20, Cam Scatteraboo. It's a tough matchup for him against Philly. Tyrone Tracy coming back, but the matchup is the main reason I have him down here at 20. 21, Travis Etienne. He plays Seattle. He's looked really good this year, and he's been producing. Definitely play Travis Etienne. 22, Jalen Warren. Tough matchup for him, but we saw him thrive in the first 3 weeks of the season before he got injured and had the bye week without scoring rushing touchdowns. If he happens to do that one of these weeks too, I think he's going to be really darn good for fantasy football. David Montgomery at 23 against Kansas City. Got a great chance of a touchdown in this one. 24, Ramondre Stevenson, another guy with a good chance of a touchdown. He is a goal line guy for this offense. I don't see that changing moving forward. I do think his role will gradually go down and down over the season as the fumbles and things like that have showed us, but I don't see him really being phased out of the offense, especially with Gibson going down. But I do think that helps Stevenson. I think that helps Henderson moving forwards. Turning that three-headed monster into a two-headed monster is going to help for sure. 25, DeAndre Swift against Washington. Swift is a solid back, especially with the RB2 landscape that we're in right now. So solid play. 26, Tony Pollard against Vegas. This is a good matchup for Pollard. He's getting a lot of utilization, even with Tajay Spears backlist last week. Just hasn't turned into a ton of fantasy points, but I think that's more the offense, not his problem. And this looks like a good matchup on paper for him. 27, Michael Carter. He is the guy there, especially after that DeMercado fumble. I don't see that helping him moving forward. DeMercado, that is, but I do think it'll help Michael Carter. He's going to get a lot of volume until Trey Benson comes back. 28, Alvin Kamara plays New England. We just haven't really seen him be the runner that we hoped him to be. Haven't seen him super involved in the passing game like he has been in years past. I think that's what's holding him back, along with a poor offense in general. 29, Chase Brown. I think Joe Flacco really does help Chase Brown. I think there'll be more scoring opportunities. It's just a tough matchup against Green Bay, who's coming off a bye. But better days ahead for Chase Brown for sure. At 30, Zach Charbonnet. They do use him in the goal line. He's outscored Kenneth Walker, I believe, 3 touchdowns to 1 or 3 touchdowns to 0 in the games they've played together. So if they're going to score a touchdown, odds are it's Zach Charbonnet if it's not a breakaway run. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below, and I'll respond to every single one. So hit that subscribe button, stick around, bring home that fantasy football championship, and let's have some fun this year. This has been Fantasy Joe. I'll see you guys next time.